My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/results to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be, to be.
Hey, I'm Ryan Reynolds. At Mint Mobile, we like to do the opposite of what Big Wireless does. They charge you a lot, we charge you a little. So naturally, when they announced they'd be raising their prices due to inflation, we decided to deflate our prices due to not hating you. That's right. We're cutting the price of Mint Unlimited from $30 a month to just $15 a month. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See details.
Bombas makes the most comfortable socks, underwear, and T-shirts.
Warning, Bombas are so absurdly comfortable you may throw out all your other clothes.
Sorry, do we legally have to say that?
No, this is just how I talk, and I really love my Bombas.
They do feel that good. And they do good, too. One item purchased equals one item donated.
To feel good and do good, go to bombas.com/ACAST and use code ACAST for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/ACAST and use code ACAST at checkout.
Surviving Sister Wives contains adult content that may not be suitable for Latter-day Saints or sinners. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to Surviving Sister Wives, the podcast where a monogamous couple drink heavily while recapping Sister Wives on TLC.
I'm Corey.
And I'm Carly, and we have a very special episode for you today. We have Matt and Jake from Reality Gaze here to talk a little Sister Wives, some 90 Days, and some hopefully also some Darcey and Stacey.
Ooh, yeah. Welcome, guys.
That was so professional.
Oh, my goodness.
See, that's what I wanted for our first part, and you just jump in with your pants down, talking to people.
Do you know what? Do you know how we normally start the show?
It's called hosty. It's true. We're not very good
normally,
at it.
We start the show by saying, do you have a way when to start? And not like, oh, I forgot it. Or it's me going, hold on, I need to put a cough drop in. Like,
I'm reading you for filth, and I'm just as
you're just as
complicit.
bad.
Yeah, so I can't really say that.
Well,
we are happy to be here.
Oh my gosh,
we are
thank
thrilled
you so
to
much.
be here. Thrilled to be here.
Being here, and we were going to try and set the bar here too, as we have had our puppy locked up. So Maisie has been in the playpen in the next room, and she's had enough. So if you do hear some background noise or some rumbly grumblies in the background here, please pay no mind. It's just our puppy.
And a little close to the corpse.
If you hear some rumbly grumblies over here, that's just the guy I've got tied up.
Right.
So
wow.
Perfect.
Wow. It's gonna be that type of show, everybody.
He's been okay for a while. He might need a piddle soon. So we'll figure it out.
Wow.
We'll build in breaks. It's okay. Yeah, we'll work on that too. Okay, great.
Wow.
Well,
all right, so we've been talking already a little bit about what's been going on this season on Sister Wives. You guys had done us a big favor by going back and watching the finale of the first season of Sister Wives, and I'm sure that was a jarring experience to go from seeing what they were like at the end of that season to picking right up at season 16 in the tell-all.
That's a good way to explain
it. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, I think, the way astronauts feel when they come back from space.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just thrown into the ocean.
Just out of curiosity, did anyone think that all the women were wearing Mother of the Bride dresses at that wedding? But everything looked like a Mother of the Bride dress.
Well, to be specific, they didn't request, or they asked that they do not look like bridesmaid dresses.
That's true.
I guess that was.
What else is there to pick from, really?
So they wanted
you know
to
what?
look like,
that is true.
They wanted
Either
to look
you're
like
going to the
walking
prom.
rugs.
Right.
Well, it didn't help the brown theme of everything.
Oh,
Right.
Even when Cody went to go get those, I don't remember if y'all cuss on your show or not. So
Oh, yeah, go
sure,
ahead.
fuck
those
it.
fucking balloons for that jam jar, and they were brown with like like,
those balloons.
What was the other color? I've never seen two balloons clash more in my. It unnerved every gay sensibility I have.
I need to also say that I have gone on record on our show to say balloons are never fancy and they always look shitty.
I disagree, but
but someone did send me a picture of like Chinese New Year balloons, and he's like, "These are fancy balloons." I was like, "Those balloons are gorgeous."
Yeah, I told you they're
but these most of them look like shit.
These were bought at Party City.
I'm also afraid of balloons because I'm afraid they're gonna pop.
When you put the wrong address on your wedding day invite, the balloons are necessary, I guess, to grab the attention of people and to divert anyone away from any other jars full of addresses that would be randomly on the side of the road.
True,
So
jars.
clever. And I like that she threw the pictures in there to get their attention. I'm like, I think anybody with balloons, when they go to the wrong address and there's balloons in a jar, they're going to get something that's up. I don't think the picture is going to be like, oh, this makes wedding sense now.
Would you have continued with making your way to the wedding, or would you have said fuck it and left?
I would not have attended said wedding.
I disagree. I would have attended that wedding, and Jake would have too, because you know why? We both love cake.
That's true, but I know it's not going to be open bar.
Poodle.
So,
but what if it's only a mile away and it's wedding cake?
You know, you've got me there.
We love cake.
I do everything for wedding cake. Wedding cake is delicious.
It's got to be a good wedding cake, though, right? Because nothing is worse than when you have a whisper of a slice of a wedding cake and you waited the whole time for it.
And it's garbage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to talk about those
better
days.
sugary.
The sugary frosting.
It's like it's just filled with nothing but just fruit.
Ugh.
I don't mind a little fruit.
I still say the people who have cupcake towers. I don't get it. That's not a cake. It's not a cake to me.
Agreed.
I get it. I get it. You're trying to make it better. That it's now we look like we're at a jamboree or a kid's birthday party.
That's a more COVID-friendly wedding cake. But if you're having to have a COVID-friendly wedding cake, then you shouldn't have a wedding.
That's true.
That's a nice addition, you know what? Right? You have to have a cake too.
Yeah, I'm not following the CDC guidelines like Christine, but call me crazy.
The CDC guidelines.
And you have to remember, Christine comes from polygamy royalty. Her family is very, very big on the sect that's down there too. It's her great-great-grandfather, somebody along the way. Oh goodness!
I love that dog. So her
look at the little doggy.
So you're gonna say her great-great-great-grandfather fucked a juvenile girl and then decided to get married to her, and then that's why they've been part of this religion.
I hope not.
It sounds like what's Heather Gay on Salt Lake City, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. It's like, my great-great-grandfather was Joseph Smith's bodyguard.
But please tell me y'all watched Salt Lake City.
Oh yes,
absolutely.
We do.
Oh,
it is.
You have to. It's like adjacent to you.
It's amazing.
It's definitely. We've never watched a lot of the other franchises, but so we've been able to get on the ground floor of this one. But the crazy is just dripping, and we thought it would be the Jen Shah disaster, the Shah rest would be the highlight. No,
not even.
It's been the fall of Meredith, and Mary's church service.
Right, Mary Cosby. Wow.
So yes, I will say, kind of the thing that hit me the most I brought this up on our show, but Christine, I didn't say all of this though. I was talking about Christine with that flower in her hair. I have to say, from someone that I haven't watched any of it, I saw Cody on like my Discovery Plus app, but I don't know. I wouldn't recognize any of these women if I saw them, at Spencer's Gifts or wherever I shop. But
they're very Cato Plus. They have that look to them.
That's true. Christine had the biggest glow up for me from then to now.
Oh my God, she
yeah.
looked so good on the.
She looked great. She looked great.
She had her cowboy boots on.
I did not
go out shit kicking.
I did not expect that look. I expected I'm going to see her 16 seasons from now. She's going to have her hair up on the sides in the middle. It's going to be pretty high. There's going to be like not a stitch of makeup on her, not a curl in her hair. And I was wrong.
I love it.
Things have gone the other direction for Robin, unfortunately.
Oh boy, she looked awful.
Oh, she looks like a multi-grain waffle in human form. With no syrup.
Covered in grape jelly.
Yes, grape jelly. Oh. Yes.
Oh, the eyebrows.
She loves those jewel tones, but they make her look sick.
The eyebrows are y'all, here's a tip. As Oprah says, the more mature we get, we want our hair to go lighter. I'm telling you, all these women that are in their late 40s and up coloring their hair dark, it doesn't look good, y'all. It does not look good.
There were a few seasons Robin went full blonde, which maybe it made more sense for her personality, I guess.
That was seasons ago, though. She was still looking pretty young.
She was still a young woman.
You could swing it.
Yeah.
I think now, though, I think I would be like Mary. She's going full on like kind of like long, chunky sweater. You know, easy. That looks like a grab and go ensemble she had on.
It was a LuLaRoe shirt.
It was definitely LuLaRoe.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You know that we might, as Poodle pointed out on podcast, I realized I wonder if we're going to see Mary on the Lead Her Ship tour with Captain Sandy on Below Deck. Ned.
Front row. I really hope I can meet Sandy. She's a personal idol of mine.
Oh, poor Mary.
Weirdly, I feel strangely drawn to Mary because kind of like me, I don't want people bothering me. I want to be in my own bed and breakfast. I'd rather have things the way I like them. And if I need a man, I just go online and get one.
There you go.
So, I don't need to be married to one to have sex.
So would that be the game? Would you be picking Mary then if you had to be which sister wife avatar?
Oh, Mary altogether.
Okay.
Mary, it would be Mary. Although I would be, I don't know. Mary, maybe my main, and maybe a Christine Rising, if I had to choose. What would you guys be?
Ooh, I don't know. I feel like it would be a cross between a Mary and a Janelle. Because Janelle kind of doesn't ascribe to the drama as much as the rest of them.
She's good. She's level-headed.
Yeah, she's a little boring, but that's okay for reality TV, right? Sometimes it's a little more stable. Mm-hmm. But Mary, the bossiness.
Yeah.
I feel like I would be more Janelle. I do.
You would. Yeah.
Yeah. Or because I used to not be able to say no to people ever in my life, I would become Robin. And I would just be, but I think eventually I would, but man, you know what? I would never be Robin again because of those eyebrows. It's true. Never.
The commas, dos commas.
I would argue that the lack of being able to say no to people would really be more of a Christine.
An early Christine.
Yeah.
That's what I would call you.
That's true. Actually, yeah, maybe I would be. Yeah,
You're more of a Christine.
I haven't watched them all. Jake's gotten sucked into this, and now he's already.
I kind of hate y'all for making me watch this show.
We were only supposed to watch 3 episodes. Jake's now's watched 10.
You can't stop at 3.
I bet you. I think I've watched. I watched most of season 1, and then I watched a couple episodes. I watched the Catfish, a couple of the Catfish episodes, and I watched the one when they moved to Flagstaff.
Did you watch the Robin and Cody honeymoon special that's the end of season 1?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Oh, that's a good one.
I did not because
that was pretty disgusting.
I did not because you told me not to, and I followed directions.
Well, don't confuse.
I told you that they told us to watch the final one.
You said the final one, not the honeymoon episode.
But no, I
follow directions and do what I was told. Oh God, I am a Christine.
You are a Christine.
It's okay. I'm a Christine too. Yeah.
Okay. Corey's a Christine.
Don't
All right.
worry.
I'm glad none of us are Robin. Because y'all going through this, I fucking hate Robin, as almost everybody does. I'm sure.
I don't think I'm crafty enough to be a Robin.
No,
You're not good enough at business.
I'm not.
Robin just seems like one of
man.
those people who her breath always smells.
Like coffee, though.
Yeah.
So not bad, but just like hot coffee breath.
Hot coffee.
Oy.
it's also
Although
the way she
decaf,
she
'cause
always
she's
looks like
Mormon.
it's painting her. When she does smile, it looks like it hurts.
Yeah.
And then even when she somehow she frowns and smiles at the same time. Like the corners of her mouth go down, and she then she kind of smiles, and like her face cracks. I don't like it.
Well, we do have the Robin voice, so that is something that we've manufactured on the podcast as well. So we do have some of that comes out from time to time.
You gotta hit us with it.
Depends
you
on.
can't just
Well,
say
yeah,
it.
because there was. Well, we have to explain the Pinterest that was discovered this season.
Oh my gosh!
What?
So Reddit has found what supposedly is Robin's Pinterest, which it does seem to be her. And if it is not, there is somebody who is dedicating a lot of time to making this look as though it is her authentic Pinterest board.
It seems way too good to be true. Almost. It's so visceral and real.
How many pins were there? Like 15,000 pins.
Tens of thousands. So many boards. So many pins.
And the description is probably the best part of the entire thing.
Where then she had to describe herself and what is her success, what defines her as a person. And the few examples that she gave was like, I am great at business. And like,
wow,
that's good. I am great at relationships.
Oh, wow. Oh, that just, as Darcy would say, goosebumps.
You're right. She kind of just, the last syllables of words are kind of like inhaled relationships. I kept saying, she said understand like 7 times in one sentence that I saw. She's like, I just don't understand. I don't understand it.
How many times were you sitting there in episodes too? Because she usually fires off a couple of those.
There.
I was just sitting there.
I was just sitting there. And then what happens too is it gets spread around the family. It becomes contagious, where then you hear Cody sitting there when he's describing stuff, or Janelle will be sitting there. Because they've been talking to Robin.
She's contaminated the whole family.
It's everywhere.
You know, one of the things that we've been talking about lately is just the way that religion, or at least fundamentalism, kind of infantilizes people. And you see that a lot in their personalities. And I think there's some crossover there with what we see with a little bit of what's going on with 90 Day.
Because we knew you guys were going to come at Christine about the flower in her hair
at
the end of season 1. We knew it. But
it was a bad look.
But also just her general view and outlook was kind of childish in a way too, where it was totally the dreams that she thought, the future that she envisioned for the entire family, everybody all together, one big house, all of these different things.
I'm the mom.
So simple. Right.
I only want to be a mom.
I'll take care of everybody in the one big house.
Then she starts throwing around terms like basement wife later on.
Yeah.
But I will say the way that she deals with stuff is still, you can tell there's a not necessarily the most advanced emotional maturity on her part, or emotional intelligence on her part. Not that she's, but I think I guess what I'm trying to say, at her age, I feel like sometimes when she's trying to describe her experience and emotions, it's like a 24-year-old talking, because probably before she was 12 emotionally.
Exactly.
When they first got married. So it's not still up to speed with how old she is.
But she has matured, definitely.
But she has matured. Again, she had to glow up that fucking flowers out of her hair. Drove me crazy.
And then we've got Robin, who has not made much progress at all.
Her reading, her writing, it's all about same level.
She's still got that Aussie scrunch spray in her hair.
Yes.
She lost she did have, I don't know how many older episodes you saw. There was the trademark white headband that she would rock every once in a while. Usually you'll catch it on a moving day, but on the older seasons. So moving to Vegas more so, yeah.
Just a few years ago, only 3% of domestic violence shelters accepted pets, meaning many abuse survivors had to choose between staying in a difficult situation for their pet or leaving their pet behind. 1 in 3 women and 1 in 4 men experience domestic abuse in their lifetime, and nearly half of survivors delay leaving because they can't bring their pets with them. Purina believes in the healing power of pets, particularly for survivors of abuse. They believe pets and people are better together, which is one of the many reasons they started the Purple Leash Project. Through the Purple Leash Project, Purina is helping break down one of the many barriers abuse survivors face: the lack of pet-friendly domestic violence shelters. Purina has helped increase the amount of pet-friendly shelters across the country from 3% to nearly 20% through the Purple Leash Project. With more pet-friendly domestic violence shelters, survivors and their pets can escape and heal together. Visit Purina.com/purple to get involved.
Hey, I'm Ryan Reynolds. At Mint Mobile, we like to do the opposite of what Big Wireless does. They charge you a lot, we charge you a little. So naturally, when they announced they'd be raising their prices due to inflation, we decided to deflate our prices due to not hating you. That's right. We're cutting the price of Mint Unlimited from $30 a month to just $15 a month. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See details.
1-800-Flowers.com knows that a gift is never just a gift. A gift is an expression of everything you feel and helps to build more meaningful relationships. 1-800-Flowers takes the pressure off by helping you navigate life's important moments by making it simple to find the perfect gift. From flowers and cookies to cake and chocolate, 1-800-Flowers helps guide you in finding the right gift to say how you feel. To learn more, visit 1-800-Flowers.com/ACAST. That's 1-800-Flowers.com/ACAST.
My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/results to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be, to be.
Bombas makes the most comfortable socks, underwear, and T-shirts.
Warning, Bombas are so absurdly comfortable you may throw out all your other clothes.
Sorry, do we legally have to say that?
No, this is just how I talk, and I really love my Bombas.
They do feel that good. And they do good, too. One item purchased equals one item donated.
To feel good and do good, go to bombas.com/ACAST and use code ACAST for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/ACAST and use code ACAST at checkout.
Wow, she kind of regressed.
Yeah, that scrunch spray style, someone needs to burn that.
Not what I expected. Janelle, great. I mean, she doesn't really care that much, and Mary,
Mary buys her clothes at the Jane Lynch outlet.
Yeah, the makeup person,
Jane Lynch style icon.
The makeup person doesn't even has to fight with her just to put on. I don't need that.
The Meredith Baxter Burney line at Kohl's.
Yeah. Wow, you're gonna get letters. You know what? There should be a Meredith Baxter Burney line at Kohl's. There should be a Meredith. It would be sensible, and nothing would fit you too tight.
No, they're breathable, very breathable.
Yes.
Maybe I am Mary then.
I'm a Mary, y'all. I am totally, because you just go online on Grindr and get what you want. You don't need a man coming over there.
And you've been catfished.
I've been catfished too.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Well, we've talked about catfishing, so I think we need to talk a little bit of 90 Day.
Oh man. Yeah, because there's been some developments this season before.
God, you guys, this season of B90 is everything.
What do y'all, because we obviously talk about it ad nauseum and we don't mind because we love it. What I know y'all, what it's been kind of like, just what are your thoughts on this season?
The what the fuck moments.
Yes.
Oh, Well, definitely Gino's hat being pulled off, since that was in
Gino,
the teaser.
You remember where you were when you saw that?
I know. We always say you remember where you were when Kennedy was shot, and also you remember when we found out Caesar Maria was real.
Right.
And I think now we remember where we were when we saw the Gino hat reveal.
Yeah.
And from what I saw, well, I guess there was the little snafu on Discovery Plus last week. So depending on which version of the show that you saw.
The gerbils who do the editing got drunk that night.
Yeah.
I can't blame them.
Just one of the largest network conglomerates in the fucking world.
This is a billion-dollar company.
And some asshole at the top said, let the intern program the show.
The gerbils are over there. They're running on their wheel.
They're labeling rough cuts over there.
Labeling rough cuts. So anyway, I'm sorry.
I hope someone got fired.
Gina, Corey, what about for you?
I was gonna say, did I catch? Was there like a tattoo on the back of his head or something?
That's his hair.
That's his hair.
No,
hair.
Thick black.
Oh wow.
Hair.
Okay.
It kind of looked like someone glued a merkin to the back of his head.
Right, like you fell asleep.
It was a neck merkin.
Oh my god. Why would you leave that?
Okay, I think I know why, y'all. Because he puts the hat on, and then if you're standing at the back of him, if you're standing behind him at a Spartan Final or a Six Flags line,
he's got hair.
You're gonna think he has hair.
You better off Six Flags line, and that's exactly where you'd be standing behind.
Jasmine, take it to Six Flags.
Jasmine, we're gonna go on the log flume.
The go.
It's the
Can we
water
go on the log flume?
Definitely water rides.
King's Island. King's Island. There's not an island, but it's great.
Look at those birds. They look local.
Local.
He's not fooling anyone.
Damn it. You're better off taping a strip of hair to the bottom of the hat at that point.
Yes, no.
Agree.
Someone should make the Gino. We should sell the Gino hat for merch.
That's a genius
It'd
idea.
be like a Joe Exotic mullet that you can, put the hat on.
And the front will just say Panama.
Panama. Panama. I always spell it Panuhmuh.
You know what? We really should make shirts that say Panama. We really need to make those.
My other girlfriend lives in Panama.
Panama.
Do you think that they'll be back for another season?
Yes.
Everything in me wants there to be.
I say yes.
I feel like the starfucker in her wants to be. I don't know if she'll be able to put up with him.
I think the starfucker in her, and I think the narcissism of him will bring them back.
I really, really believe Mike and Jimena are going to make it to the U.S. I think Jimena's going to trade what she knows. She's going to trade the devil she knows, the farter she knows, from the farter she don't know. And she will leave her jailhouse husband or jailhouse baby daddy behind. But I don't know. They're my odds to at least get to America. They won't last, but they won't.
Well, they have to film that because just being in that house alone is going to be ridiculous. Television.
With his father and grandfather, we always go, what?
It'll be 4 generations.
You buy the powdered milk today?
It'll be great.
Mikey, who's this girl? What are those tits real, Mikey?
No one's going to be able to communicate with her or the kids.
Oh, God, no. What?
No one. No. Did you buy those, Mikey? I remember you said, did you buy those, Mikey?
What's that tattoo of? What's that tattoo?
Mikey, did you fart again? Oh, sorry, that's me. Sorry. Anyway.
Oh my God. But no, that's become a staple thing. And I've already used it multiple times. Whenever anything happens, it's Lo siento. Lo siento. Te amo.
Te amo.
Te amo.
Now, I think that I really, y'all, Usman, can we talk about Usman, as we call her, skin to skin? Kimbali.
Baby girl Lisa, volume 2.
Yeah, baby girl Lisa 2. I don't want to have American Raw Dog sex. I want skin to skin. That's what I'm a lady. I'm not like that ex-girlfriend. I don't raw dog. Skin to skin. That's what I do with my Michael Jackson. But I kind of want, Jake's never heard me say this, and you're gonna probably scream and say no man. And be really angry because I'm careful because y'all, Jake and I are really good at manifesting, and like we have said, we want people to be on this in the universe. I know what you're gonna say. I want Kimberly and Usman are gonna break up, and I want Kimberly to be on The Single Life.
Oh,
no! Why not? She's awful
because it's going to be some other black man that she's going to put in her fantasy of Michael Jackson, and I'm here for it.
No, I can't stand her. I think she's like a stone's throw from Big Pred for me, and it's a no. Everything about her stopped being funny to me.
I said it now. I said I wanted Mother Debbie in The Single Life, and I made it happen.
Oh my God.
That's true.
Discovery Plus, it loves a Big Pred, so
they
keep coming back.
Yeah, they really do.
They got a really great track record.
We think Caleb's going to be on The Single Life since he basically got nothing this season because of his racist, girlfriend.
I call her. This is really terrible. I don't care. I call her the littlest clan member.
It would be terrible if she wasn't a horrible person.
Oh no! But you have to say it litless, like LIT apostrophe LEST. The litless clan member.
Littlest would
be
the
litless clan member.
I think that was really unfortunate for TLC because they had a nice crossover there with, I think, really trying to pull some audience to their other shows where they feature little people and get us invested in the story.
She was the wrong one.
Yeah, she was not a roll-off, y'all. No.
You can be on another spinoff called Racism Around the World.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Although, I wasn't too big of a Caleb fan either, but I agree. I think we'll see him again.
Yeah, a lot of viewers think he was given a raw deal. So I think we're big fans of possibly Yolanda from Ed Williams.
Okay.
Yes.
We're big fans.
I'm familiar.
You're familiar.
I'm not familiar.
Yolanda.
Williams.
And we also want Courtney from Courtney and
Courtney, we love her.
Courtney, who sells pics of her feet. And Anfisa, of course, Queen Anfisa.
But she won't ever do it again.
She won't do it probably.
We're talking about Jake picked it up because we're just finishing the 3-part tell-all of Happily Ever After season 2. So that's like Pow and Russ and George and Anfisa, and this is so we love her. But I don't think she'll be on it.
Yeah, I think she's done with 90 Day.
Yeah, general. Yeah, she's done. I think she's done with love personally.
So before on this season of Before the 90 Days for you two, this is a maybe a weird question, but who do you like? Who you root for?
Oh, like is a strong.
Who do I root for?
Cast,
Jesus.
Yeah.
I really do enjoy
Giant Meteor.
Giant Meteor 2020.
Mike and Amena are enjoyable to watch. Or at least
They're
they
the
were,
only ones for me.
Until someone pointed out that he looks like Gypsy Rose.
That was in our Facebook group. Someone posted it, and I was like, "Oh my god, that really
can't
is
unsee
true."
it.
Oh, Gypsy Rose. Well, that and the tweet where somebody was talking about how he looks like a bird who wished to be human. Which I don't know why that made sense to me.
I called him Wallace from Wallace and Gromit fucked a minion.
That's not far off. Yeah,
but he is a little unfortunate, but he does seem like he has a good heart.
He's endearing.
So, yeah,
I like him. I think he's endearing. Again, he's like a little Charlie Brown trying to kick that football. That's what I said, and just always Lucy's always football.
You know what's great about them is they feel like old school 90 Day.
They do. Yeah, they do. Yes, because
they're like the only ones this season.
Yeah,
because otherwise you got fucking Pastor Ben who's writing a train short story.
Oh,
y'all,
God.
I don't want to talk about him. He triggers me so badly. I can barely even. He infuriates me every time he's on the screen.
You want to talk about his eye?
You know what? That's the least offensive thing about him.
Actually, I think I'm the one that said something about his eye on our live show, and I normally don't comment on people's looks. Poodle usually does. I don't, because I don't think of it, but I did say something pretty horrible.
You said that Jesus has forsaken you, and because your dad made your eye.
Yeah,
or something like
that.
And I was
I'm so sorry, my dad. I said, I'm so sorry, my dad forsake you and fucked up your eye. I did. Ask Jesus.
Oh my God.
Live shows are fun.
I don't really want to talk about them, but
I thought for sure. Well, that was going to be our biggest tie-in with Sister Wives, especially too.
No, you guys can talk about it. I'm totally fine with it. It's the same mentality. It's the same patriarchal bullshit.
Yeah.
Just a few years ago, only 3% of domestic violence shelters accepted pets, meaning many abuse survivors had to choose between staying in a difficult situation for their pet or leaving their pet behind. 1 in 3 women and 1 in 4 men experience domestic abuse in their lifetime, and nearly half of survivors delay leaving because they can't bring their pets with them. Purina believes in the healing power of pets, particularly for survivors of abuse. They believe pets and people are better together, which is one of the many reasons they started the Purple Leash Project. Through the Purple Leash Project, Purina is helping break down one of the many barriers abuse survivors face: the lack of pet-friendly domestic violence shelters. Purina has helped increase the amount of pet-friendly shelters across the country from 3% to nearly 20% through the Purple Leash Project. With more pet-friendly domestic violence shelters, survivors and their pets can escape and heal together. Visit Purina.com/purple to get involved.
If there's one thing that my family and friends know me for, it's being an amazing gift giver. I owe it all to Celebrations Passport from 1-800-Flowers.com, my one-stop shopping site that has amazing gifts for every occasion. With Celebrations Passport, I get free shipping on thousands of amazing gifts. And the more gifts I give, the more perks and rewards I earn. To learn more and take your gift giving to the next level, visit 1-800-Flowers.com/ACAST. That's 1-800-Flowers.com/ACAST.
My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/results to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be, to be.
This is a mini meditation guided by Bombas. Repeat after me. I'm comfy. I'm cozy. I have 0 blisters on my toes. And that's because I wear Bombas, the softest socks, underwear, and t-shirts that give back. 1 purchased equals 1 donated. Now go to bombas.com/ACAST and use code ACAST for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/ACAST and use code ACAST at checkout.
So, do you think that we'll meet Mahogany or not?
Ooh. There's a theory out there that the catfisher, that she's real, but the catfisher actually took her identity.
People said that though about Maria too. They said the exact same thing about
That's
Maria.
true. If she's real, it'll be a real coup for
I think 90
Chelsea.
Day. I think Matt Sharp wants that Maria moment again. So I think she is going to be real.
Oof.
I know one thing. He is thirsty as fuck on social media. That piece of shit's doing cameos, y'all.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Just like Cody.
You can get that wonky eye winking happy Valentine's Day at you.
$25.
Well, that's a steal because Cody's are going for $99 a pop.
Okay. Yeah. Who in their right mind would get a cameo from
Here's
Cody?
the deal. I mean, like, because when you see, I'm not usually like Cody when he was younger was somewhat like nice. So I can somewhat cute.
Boo. No thanks.
No. Think about it. Women where we're from.
Oh, you mean like he was 19 or 20? Was he good looking?
Yes. Like you look at the pictures of him and Mary and he was cute. He kind of, and so I feel like Like I feel like he looks like
No, he morphed into a goat person.
But he looks like when he was younger, he looks like, and so women that have been watching the show, at least where he looks like just that cute guy who was a quarterback for your high school.
Relatable. Yeah, he's the guy next door.
Yeah. So,
or maybe I don't know. You can
the guy next door who has 4 women wives next door.
Since I got to hetero explain stuff to you, maybe you can gay explain.
You did
me more.
Corey straight explained things to me.
The boy next door. He has extreme COVID rules.
I refuse to think of Cody Brown as the guy next door.
Makes me wash my packages. Sorry, that's a Judy Garland reference.
Oh.
We just gayed up your show a little bit.
We just shot glitter on your show. You're welcome.
We watched Judy, the
we did.
Renee
we watched
Zellweger.
You're like, we've got a little, we got that for
the Wizard of Oz and whatnot.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Renee Zellweger and the thing about Pam? I am so excited to see this show.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the trailer for it yet.
Are you kidding me? It's Renee Zellweger, and she's like playing this one. She's playing a real life. What's her name? Oh, it's a real life convicted killer named Pam.
It was
Hupp.
a podcast.
It's an NBC upcoming series. They threw so much money that they got that it was based off a Dateline podcast. So yeah, I'm sure that ladies at Dateline are going to talk about it. But y'all, she's wearing a sippy cup, smoking a cigarette, and she's got a Michigan accent, Poodle. Just saying, hey everybody, and she's wearing a fat suit. Why are they
all from Michigan?
You didn't hear me. She's wearing a fat suit.
Oh.
This is
the water park at Six Flags.
Yes,
with,
this
Gino.
Yes, this is like Gino's cousin who comes along. She's like Gino. Where I'm telling you, this has got Jake. We might have to do it as like a.
You want to go ride the lazy river with me?
Yeah, it's gonna be so good.
You've got this. What happened to Michigan? We got Pastor Ben. You got Gino, and you got Me Want Poopy, Memphis.
Me Want Poopy.
Me Go Poopy.
And don't forget, you got Cool.
You got Cool with their key lime
Everybody from Grand Rapids. There's some shit that happens on that hand that everybody's doing up there. Whatever. The mitten.
They're crazy up there.
The murder mitten.
The
murder mitten.
But yeah, I mean, God, yeah, it's TLC casting. They just had to hone in on those Facebook ads, and they were like, "Well, yep, this is where we're getting the responses." So, I think this is where the ratings are coming from, and we're gonna heavily invest in this area.
Well, once they got Stephanie, they knew we had to come back.
That's a done deal.
It's a done deal.
That accent, just I went to college in Ann Arbor. And so you heard a little bit there, but you would hear people from Western Michigan next to Minnesota, and they would just be like, "Hey, you want to come down? You want to come down to the bar?" And you'd hear it, and I would hurt my ears.
Well, that's what we lived in Chicago, so then we always had the Wisconsin and Minnesota side of that too. That side of
it kind of feels gentler than a Michigan to me. I don't know why.
Agreed.
It's just general harshness.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. So you guys, you've been watching Darcey and Stacey, I assume.
We've been keeping up with it here and there.
Yeah. You can like miss 4 episodes and still know what's going on.
That's the beauty of it. Yeah, that's why we love it. Yeah. But what's your take on Michael?
Oh,
the blue hair.
I called him a troll doll that's been out in the sun too long. But then, you know how things get rehydrated? Like it rained on him, and he puffed back up into something resembling a troll doll, but the proportions were off-centered. He's also had way too many Red Bulls.
Oh man, it was. I don't know if it was the chain that was offsetting, or if it was the hair and the chain.
And there were the many colors of chains
and the different chain. The chains for each outfit. Yeah.
Pink one and the green one and different. And it's like, how many of those did you pack?
Well, they're those cheap plastic chains too. They're not even like metal chains.
You know, they came in a pack from Claire's.
Yes, they came. Yes, and
I say one for every day.
Oh man,
I don't know what to think. Like, we don't know. Do y'all think we think that Darcey and Georgie are not together and probably aren't going to be because Darcey would never let him have an OnlyFans, which he has now. I've heard by several people he has not shown penis or butt yet, and by those people I mean me. But hey, I've got to do research.
Sources, yeah.
Point.
I got to do research.
Sexy
Corey
photos.
Carly.
I can
Don't
go to the
judge
internet
me
for that.
Okay, I'm going to my
internet is
account and
for.
I'm going to say, yeah, that OnlyFans $9.99. That's a write-off. That's a write-off. I don't care. But do you think
your accountant's like, do you need 40 of them?
Yes. There's a lot of research, madam. Do you think that Darcey and Georgie are endgame? Do you think it's going to happen?
No.
Really,
I don't really either. I think he actually does. He does have feelings for her, but
what are those feelings? That's what I can't pin down.
I like
he has
money.
feelings. He has feelings for her, but I don't know what those feelings are.
Georgie, I need you. I'm going to stand up for you. Promise. I'm going to say something more next time.
She has not been a good girlfriend to him, honestly.
She's not.
And I would not blame him at all if he broke up with her and kicked her to the curb. He's in it for clout.
Is she just not as
for clout?
Is she not as desperate now? Maybe is she growing in that way?
They're staying in their power. They're staying in their power.
Manifested. You know, she as she said, y'all, I think we just made, I forget when this episode's up, but we just did interview them, and it's dropping on Wednesday, the 16th.
It'll probably
of course, at 11:11 a.m. And but we did get some tea, and so, but I think that she is, because as they said on our show, she said they just went to some conference and they said that what did they say, Jake? I forget. You remember who had said it?
Oh, they were saying about we were talking to Elena so and so, and we found out that like authenticity vibrates higher than love. It's like beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Beautiful. Jake goes, really? And I went, oh yeah. So yeah, it's
No, it's all like Insta memes.
But they were very nice. They were very nice.
very, very nice.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
lovely. They did
We love
video
them.
on the call. We saw a little bit of Florian. He's like, no, what I do?
So we have a theory that Florian is not of this time, that he has traveled here via some rocks, very much like the backstory of Outlander.
You're not talking about me.
Well, yeah, that was my reference that I said that he looks like he fell out of a Renaissance painting. He just looks like a background character in like some weird scene where they're like burning a witch, and he's just like, meh. Just another Tuesday.
He walked into a closet in Transylvania in the 1300s and just wound up in the Silva's in Stacey's hotel room.
Yeah, the witch in the wardrobe. Yeah.
Exactly.
No, that tracks.
Tracks. That's a good theory.
I believe it.
Oh man, I'm trying to think of who else we have from the show here to go over, and I think Big Booby Hamza's coming to mind.
Boobies.
I'm trying to think of who else that would be.
Hamza, I mean, me go poopy, and then no sexy Hamza.
Sexy
no
time.
No, Hamza, stop looking at my boobies.
But the real question: you come fast? You come quick? You ejaculate fast?
There is something in her delivery that is so disturbing. Like the way she talks to him.
I think she could have. I think she's not smart enough, but I think she could be her voice works well for a kindergarten teacher.
Yeah.
Because she's still talking to him like he's a child. Again, I don't think she's intelligent enough to be a good teacher.
The funniest line of the entire series, the entire season, is still when which is a really horrible scene where she makes him show her his diploma. And then she says in all seriousness, I can't read this.
She was surprised it was in Arabic.
All diplomas are in English, you stupid.
But it was in such a moment of honest frustration. And no,
I can't read this, Poopy.
I can't read this. It's
Have you read
maybe
any
one of my favorite
spoilers
moments
about them?
Oh man.
Have you read any of the spoilers about them?
Oh,
I try not to, but
she's
Jake
pregnant with his baby.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
That is a possible spoiler.
That'll be a beautiful baby. He is hot.
He is one of the hotter 90 Days guys.
As Jake said on our show, I hope she found a plan B, because the worst thing to happen to him is for her to get pregnant. That's the worst thing to happen to him.
Yeah,
it's going to ruin his life. Ruin his life.
Yeah.
Sorry if you're listening, Hamza.
She needs to go back
Spoiler.
and she needs to go back to Michigan and continue to annoy her foster sister, and have the rest of her family is going to try to fix her life, and then find some other place to take your trauma out on, because that's exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
You don't think things are going to be too pretty there, but I've
no.
heard that they're going to be on
Stacey would
another
say-
season.
Yeah, as Stacey said, look good. Yeah, they're going to be on 90 Day.
Take her saying
No, they're going to be on 90 Day
being
Fiancé.
Cookie Monstered him for the rest of the time.
They're going to be on 90 Day Fiancé, and I also think that we actually like them, but we made fun of them a lot. We loved them, actually. What are their names from the Love in the Caribbean? We think they're going to be
Daniel and Amber.
Daniel and Amber, yeah.
Is it Amber? Yeah.
Y'all, Love in the Caribbean. That was a Discovery Plus, and then it came out later, but that
Caribbean
was great. Our Caribbean Love. And it got it's getting a
renewed.
season 2. It's great.
We'll have to watch that one.
Oh,
we did not go there
It
yet.
is wonderful. There's a woman, I think from Ohio, because of course there is. Sorry, I know Corey is from Ohio, and I did mention on Twitter to Carly that I said we often say I come from Ohio. I come for Ohio pretty bad.
We've got to do an apology tour for our live shows.
Everybody
I said that it's pretty much Columbus and Cleveland, and the rest is Sandusky, where Danielle is from. Sandusky.
I'm gonna go out with the kids as his mom. Kids is his dad. The kids is dad.
Hey, you gotta be careful. Sandusky's out. That is really the middle of nowhere. It's Cedar Point, and I think there's like a place to get ice cream out there
And
that I like.
Danielle.
That's about it.
Yeah.
And Danielle.
I keep telling Jake that I'm going to take him during our live tour, and he says he refuses.
You'd have to hog tie me. I want to.
Well, don't say that,
You know
because
what?
it's pretty easy to hog tie you from what I've heard.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Yeah.
But no, there's something about we are going. We haven't announced the date, but we are almost certainly going to Columbus for sure. So if you guys are around there, we'd love to have you.
Very cool.
Exciting.
But it's Ohio is to me it's just burned out auto factories and Sandusky. That's what it seems like to me. I'm sure I'm wrong.
Don't forget Rusty Steel Mills.
Rusty Steel
Mills.
And meth villages. Yep.
And a lot of meth.
And a lot of meth. Sounds like Oklahoma, just not steel mills. It's just oil rigs.
Yep. Wow.
Well, did we hit everybody on the cast? I think was that everybody?
We left out the
Oh boy.
problematic Ella and Johnny.
Oh. You know, they're
faded
DOA
out.
because he's never going to set foot on American soil.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And rightfully so. I mean, more power to him for being like, I just don't think it's worth it.
Well, he also got his visa denied, so that didn't help.
Right.
I mean,
I
or
don't
is
think he
that
was coming anyway, but
is that an easy out? Yeah, it's could have been just that didn't work out. Sorry. I can't come.
Honestly feel like she was a token cast because I think their story hit a lot of demos they were trying to hit. She was a woman of size, and they had their first Asian cast member from China.
We really think the best thing about their storyline is honestly the conversations between Ella and her mother.
Yeah. Or Ella and her friend Corby, who I thought was a former sister wife.
We thought so too, but because the mom is always well,
Ella,
you know what? I'm just gonna do.
You don't come out to the ranch as much as you used to.
Oh God.
I remember, Ella.
Yeah, Mom.
You used to come out here.
Yeah, Mom, that's a theme for Brokeback Mountain. Keep going.
Have a calf and under your shoulder, have a calf in your arms, and have a little picket in your other arm. And you thought about the ranch. Now you're all set to wander.
I know, Mom, but you know when you took me to that Panda Express, I've had a hankering for a man by Asian prince ever since.
I know. It's a shame because I bought you a little tiny kimono one time, and I regret that to this day.
Mama, I just want real orange chicken.
Get yourself back in the ranch, honey. We're gonna talk about this when I get home.
I'm gonna whisper to some cows.
Okay. And scene. Sorry, that's enough.
Sorry, I just felt inspired.
We always. There's something about her. They're dynamic.
They're in this beautiful picturesque, and it just bless that mother's heart. Again, she should meet Mary. Maybe they would get along. Not just saying anything, but
same energy. Yeah, just
same energy. Same energy. Go golfing.
Haven't seen sunscreen a day in their life.
Neither of them have.
No.
Oh man, if we had more time, I would tell you about when we were watching Cold Mountain and
just
Carly
go into
confused.
The story.
Well, because you mentioned Brokeback Mountain, and there was a time when I introduced Carly to Cold Mountain. It's a totally different movie.
Very different movie.
She was she was asking about Cold Mountain. It's a long movie too. It's 2.5 hours, 3 hours, and about 2 hours in, she asked me when Jake Gyllenhaal and Heath Ledger were going to show up, and that was not in the script, you guys.
Oh my God! I bet you tell that fucking story all the time.
Wow.
I love it.
Every chance we get.
Wow, Carly, that is a Mattie move, and I love you for it.
Do you want to know how dumb Carly is? Let me tell you the story.
Carly, that is a Mattie move, and I am
That
here
is
for
a
it.
Mattie move.
Wow.
If I were you, Corey, I would tell that. I can just the look on your face when she said that.
Yeah.
We were dating at the time too, so I mean, I knew
early on in
I
dating.
knew what
That's
I was
why
getting
I waited
into.
so long into the movie to finally say something.
And what a great callback, or to bring back that Renee Zellweger was in that movie too.
Yeah.
Oh,
there you go.
You guys, thank you. I would just want to say thank you for introducing me, just on a personal note, to Sister Wives, because I know I'm gonna have to start it. I know I'm probably gonna have to start at season 14.
It is enjoyable. I'm going to say on a personal note to our listeners, we're not covering this fucking show. So don't expect us to do this whole show. I will not.
No.
It makes me too sick to my stomach to watch it that much.
I'm already thinking about potential Mary Christine cosplay ideas.
Oh, yes.
So if you ever want to have Jake on your show, I think he's going to be caught up.
I would like to talk about Sister Wives more.
Yeah,
I would. So,
invited back anytime as we go through the rewatch as you're catching up.
Oh my God. Just give me an episode. I'm here for all of these dynamics, which I find fascinating.
Absolutely fantastic. Well, yeah, we're going to be starting the rewatch again soon, so we'll keep you posted on that. But yeah, did you guys have you have some live shows that are in progress or coming up on the schedule as well too? Do you guys have some dates to throw out there?
Yes, we have in Los Angeles hometown show on the 27th of this month, February 27th. We have Portland coming up and Seattle coming up on March 11th and 12th, I believe.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. You can find those if you go to our Instagram, which is Reality Gaze Podcast. You can find all those dates on our link tree. We got other dates like Atlanta, Nashville, Boston, and Philly, and DC. And those are all coming up in April.
You are busy.
With more cities to be announced later this year.
Wow.
June, and then some in the fall. So don't freak out. We'll be coming to a city near you, except for Cleveland. Except for Cleveland.
And definitely most of Ohio. Not setting foot in it.
Sorry. Anyway. Thank y'all, though, for having us.
Well, thank you so much.
You are so fun.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely loved having you guys on here. And if you missed it, make sure you jump over and catch the first part of the episode. Obviously, too, we'll review that in the show notes and send you the link to that as well, too.
Thank you for listening. If you want to support us, the best way to do that is by subscribing to the podcast and leaving a review on Apple Podcast or Spotify.
Be sure to tweet with us about the episode at surviving_pod.
Stay tuned, share with friends. See you next week.
This is a mini meditation guided by Bombas. Repeat after me. I'm comfy. I'm cozy. I have 0 blisters on my toes. And that's because I wear Bombas, the softest socks, underwear, and t-shirts that give back. 1 purchased equals 1 donated. Now go to bombas.com/ACAST and use code ACAST for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/ACAST and use code ACAST at checkout.